House will come to order. Members-elect, please take your seats. Sergeant at Arms. Head page.
The House is now in session. All persons not entitled to privileges of the floor, please retire to the gallery.
Member-elect will rise and be led in prayer by Dr. Hakeem J. Lucas, Virginia Union University School of Theology, Richmond, and remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America. Turn this.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for the opportunity to share. May all of you please assume the position of prayer. Creator of all that is seen and unseen, source of wisdom, justice, and shared purpose, we come before you with gratitude for the responsibility of service and for this sacred moment of collective work. We ask that you empower this assembly with unity of spirit, with a shared commitment for the common good. Bind hearts together across differences, that deliberation may be guided by respect, listening, and mutual regard. Creator, grant these leaders that are gathered here today the courage to place the people before politics, service before self, and the long view of the Commonwealth before the comfort of the moments. Let every law considered, every vote cast be measured by its impact on the lives of the people they serve. May their dignity, their opportunity, and their hope be the essence of your spirit. Breathe into this assembly the spirit of empowerment, that the belief that every person matters, that access creates possibility, that education, work, and community are engines of freedom and progress. May your spirit inspire the policies that will lift those on the margins to protect the vulnerable and open pathways for families and communities to all thrive. Creator, we finally ask that you strengthen this body, that the work that they do will not allow their own families to be blessed in the process. May you not let them give more for us than you give to them, that their children are not lost while they help others to survive. We ask that when disagreements arise, let it sharpen the understanding rather than divide purpose. When challenges seem complex, let collaboration and real solutions be revealed. May this assembly stand as a testament to what is possible when leadership is anchored in service and love for the people. We place the work of this day and this year in your care. Bless the Commonwealth of Virginia, our speaker, our leader, and all of those that serve. Amen.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Members, please take your seats. There are several important matters of which I'd like all to be informed and aware. First, I would call to the attention of the members-elect the fact that the 2024 Special Session 1 of the Virginia House of Delegates constitutionally expired today at 11:59 a.m., coinciding with the expiration of the terms of the members of the 2024-2025 session of the House of Delegates. Second, members-elect, please be advised that the House Clerk's Office received from the Department of Elections notification that, pursuant to Section 24.2-679 of the Code of Virginia, meetings of the Board of Election were held to examine the official abstracts of votes from the general election held on November 4th, 2025. The results of the elections confirmed that each member seated here today was duly elected. A member of the Virginia House of Delegates for a 2-year term beginning the second Wednesday of January 2026 and has received from the Department of Elections a certificate of election pursuant to Section 24.2-673, all of which are on file in the clerk's office. Third, members-elect will find on your desk member pins, passes that were previously communicated, what to do with those. Most importantly is your oath of office, which needs to be signed today. So now with that dispensed with, members-elect will please answer the roll call by indicating their presence on the electronic voting board. A quorum is present. The fun part. Members-elect, are you ready to take your oath of office? All right. Members-elect, please stand, raise your right hand, and repeat after me. I do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Virginia, and that I will faithfully and impartially discharge all duties incumbent upon me as a member of the Virginia House of Delegates, according to the best of my abilities. So help me God. Congratulations, each and every one of y'all. Members, please take your seats. Don't forget to sign your oath of office, please. Staff will collect them at the end of today's session. The next order of business is the election of the Speaker of the Virginia House of Delegates. Nominations are now in order. Delegate from Fairfax, Delegate Tran.
I got to wait for the right photo shot. You tell me when, Mr. Clerk.
The delegate has the floor.
Thank you so much, Mr. Clerk. Today, I rise to nominate Speaker Don Scott of Portsmouth to be reelected as Speaker of the Virginia House of Delegates, and I would like to speak to that.
You have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. First, I would like to acknowledge Dr. Melinda Colson Scott, Speaker Scott's wife, and their daughter, Peyton. Each of us in this chamber are only able to serve our communities because of the abundant love and many sacrifices of our families. Dr. Colson Scott and Peyton, we are so grateful to you for all you do and for all you give to support Speaker Scott so deeply so that he is able to serve so greatly. Just recently, Speaker Scott and Dr. Colson Scott celebrated their 20th wedding anniversary, a reminder that Speaker Scott's leadership is powerfully anchored in love, commitment, and partnership. Members, on this day, as we are sworn into a new term, we feel the weight of choices our predecessors have made in this body, the longest continuously operating democratic institution in the Western Hemisphere. It was only 2 years ago in this House we made history in electing Speaker Scott as Speaker, the first African-American speaker in over 400 years, demonstrating that this institution can evolve, that leadership can look different, and that excellence can be the fruit of transformative change. Speaker Scott's speakership has been exceptional, not only because of his dedicated focus on making progress for all the people of Virginia, but also because it embodies hope and promise. Across the Commonwealth, children can look to our chamber and see that there is no ceiling on what they can grow up and become, and that leadership is defined by service, not circumstance. While he was born in Texas, Speaker Scott's story reflects the experiences of so many Virginians. Speaker Scott grew up in a rural community. He studied agriculture at a land-grant university. He served our country in uniform as a member of the United States Navy, and he has served his community as an attorney advocating for accountability and justice. And now he represents Portsmouth, an urban community with such a rich history. Speaker Scott understands struggle is not just a concept, but he understands this deeply from his own lived experience. And despite his many, many achievements, Speaker Scott has never forgotten his roots. And he understands how much it matters where we come from, where we see ourselves going, and the strong village that helps us get there, most especially for those people who have been told to expect less. And that matters. It matters today because many Virginians are struggling. Families are facing rising costs, workers are navigating economic uncertainty, and communities across Virginia are feeling the anxiety of a nation at crossroads. And Speaker Scott approaches these challenges with purpose and clarity about the work before us. We've all benefited from Speaker Scott's principled leadership and his friendship. Working closely with him, I have seen and I've been so impressed by his empathy, his humility, his resolve, and his deep and unwavering commitment to deliver results for the people we serve. It is with immense pride, Mr. Clerk, that I nominate Speaker Don Scott of Portsmouth to serve again as a Speaker of the House of Delegates. Thank you.
Members, please take your seats. Delegate from Rockbridge, Delegate McLaughlin.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. I rise to second the nomination of my friend Don Scott. It is truly an honor to stand in front of you today in this historic body to second the nomination of the gentleman from Portsmouth to serve for our Speaker of the Virginia House of Delegates. As many of you know, my path coming here was very interesting when I got to meet this body. But from the first day that I arrived, Speaker Scott became not just a colleague, but a trusted friend. I've known him to be a very caring man with a servant's heart, and he leads with compassion and integrity. As we embark on the new year and the new legislative season, I hope that we can all come together and work for positive results for every Virginian. And I know that Speaker Scott is the person who's willing to lead us down that path. While I'm certain we will differ in opinions on many different policy positions, I hope we can also all remember the reason that we are here, and that is to serve. If you find yourself becoming frustrated, which for you new people you will, remember to try to be the type of friend that Speaker Scott has been for you, and certainly how he was for me. With that, I'm really honored to second the nomination of Don Scott to be our Speaker.
Thank you. Are there further nominations? Hearing none. I declare the nominations are closed. All those in favor of Don Scott to be the Speaker of the Virginia House of Delegates shall indicate such on the electronic voting board. Please close the roll. I declare Don Scott duly elected Speaker of the Virginia House of Delegates. The following members are appointed to escort the Speaker-elect to the Speaker's rostrum, receive the oath of office. Delegates Herring, Torian, Lopez, Tran, Kilgore, and McLaughlin. Please go to the rear of the chamber, escort the Speaker-elect in. The Speaker's oath of office will now be administered by the Honorable Cleo E. Powell, Chief Justice of the Supreme Court of Virginia.
Mr. Speaker.
Good afternoon. I think I got to put my hand on this Bible.
You do. Is your wife going to hold it or you want
No, I'll get
I'll hold it.
It's my other wife, my work wife.
Okay.
Now, Joey. Yes.
Okay. All right. Speaker designate Scott, are you prepared to take your oath of office?
I am.
Please place your left hand on the Bible, raise your right hand, and repeat after me. I, Don Scott,
I, Don Scott,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Virginia,
and the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Virginia,
and that I will faithfully and impartially discharge
and I will faithfully and impartially discharge
all the duties incumbent upon me
all the duties incumbent upon me
as Speaker of the Virginia House of Delegates,
as Speaker of the Virginia House of Delegates,
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, Mr. Speaker. Congratulations. So proud. God bless you.
Well, the House will come to order. Paul Nardo told me not to do an address, but I'm going to do a very short commentary. Members of the House, family, friends, and Virginians watching across the Commonwealth, thank you for the confidence you have placed in me once again. 2 years ago, we made history together. Today, we reaffirm something just as powerful: trust. This chamber is just not marble and portraits. It is responsibility. For more than 4 centuries, Virginians have gathered here to argue, to legislate, to bend this Commonwealth closer to its promise. We know the famous names, the founders, the statesmen, the leaders whose stories fill our history books and line the walls of this building. That's the tradition we inherit. When I first picked up this gavel, I said I wasn't holding it for myself, and that remains true today. I hold it for the next generation, for the next Virginian who will live in a better Commonwealth than the one we know today because of the work that we will do in this chamber. For the people who may never know our names, but whose lives will be shaped by the choices we make here. That is the responsibility of this House. And I have faith in this House. I've seen what we can do when we focus on the work, treat one another with respect, and keep the people of Virginia at the center of every decision. The work ahead won't always be easy. All of us have our issues that we care very, very seriously about, and that's the way it's supposed to be. But when we stay disciplined, when we make real progress that lasts beyond this session and beyond ourselves, we will go home to a grateful and thankful Commonwealth. So let's keep this House worthy of the people who sent us here. Let's endeavor to disagree with respect, endeavor to govern with purpose, and endeavor to remember to whom we answer. This is the People's House, and together, let's get back to work. Thank you. The next order of business is the election of the clerk of the Virginia House of Delegates. Nominations are now in order. I'll call on the delegate from Henrico, Delegate Willett.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I rise for the purpose of a nomination, purpose of nominating G. Paul Nardo to be reelected the clerk of the House of Delegates. Speaking to that nomination, Clerk Nardo has served in that role for over 15 years. He's also been a public servant for more than 30 years to the Commonwealth of Virginia. I most appreciate his excellent organizational skills, his frequent, and we all know they're frequent, communications, and also his ability to manage the staff while also keeping us in order here in the chamber. Mr. Speaker, among his most significant distinctions is the fact that he's a graduate of the College of William & Mary. Go Tribe. He also is an impeccable dresser and actually knows how to tie a bow tie, which is a fading skill in these days. On a personal note, what impressed me about clerk from day one was when I missed the original orientation that we had back in 2019. That's a 2-day orientation. I had to do the makeup for that, and he was able to squeeze that into 2 hours. So very impressive organization. But with that, I hope it will be the will of this body to re-elect Clerk Nardo. Thank you.
Delegate from Washington County, Delegate O'Quinn.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise to second the nomination of Paul Nardo as Clerk of the House of Delegates. I'd like to speak to that.
Delegate has the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Paul Nardo certainly has a proven track record of high-caliber service, not only to the members of the House of Delegates, but also to this historic capital and, by extension, the citizens of the Commonwealth of Virginia. You know, he and his office provide professional and courteous service day in, day out to every single member of the House, regardless of your party, your geography, or your seniority. We all get treated the same, and that's a good thing. He is meticulously organized, as we all know, and certainly values attention to detail. I was thinking about the things that would describe Paul. Certainly, he's an excellent communicator. Now, there are days when you get 5 emails from G. Paul Nardo at house.virginia.gov with all the highlights and the underlines and the bold red and everything else. Sometimes I think maybe he's an over-communicator. That's a good thing as well, because he ensures that we and our staff have all the information that we need to do our jobs every single day. You know, he's affable, he's approachable, and he's always here to help. You know, a good leader is often measured by the people that they surround themselves with. And sometimes leaders don't want people who outshine them, but Paul is certainly not that person, because he has surrounded himself with a remarkable team of nonpartisan individuals who are here to do their jobs, do them well, and they work so hard to help all of us. And, Mr. Speaker, there's a lot to this job that we don't see day in, day out. You know, from running the chamber to helping our offices to all that, the IT functions, to the logistics, all the way to planning inaugurations and a whole host of other special events. There is a ton of work that goes into doing this job, and it is a big responsibility. So, Mr. Speaker, I would say that there's no one who loves this institution anymore, nor is better qualified to run it than Paul Nardo. So I'm proud to second his nomination.
Hear, hear.
Are there further nominations? Hearing none, I declare that nominations are closed. All those in favor of G. Paul Nardo to be Clerk of the Virginia House of Delegates shall indicate such on the electronic voting board. The clerk will close the roll.
Ayes 98.
I declare G. Paul Nardo duly elected clerk. Ayes 98. I declare G. Paul Nardo duly elected clerk of the Virginia House of Delegates. The clerk will announce the committee to escort the clerk-elect to the clerk's rostrum to receive the oath of office.
The Speaker appoints the following members to escort the clerk-elect to the clerk's rostrum: Delegates Herring, Tran, Willett, Kilgore, O'Quinn, and Wyatt.
it this way. Make it easy.
All right, Mr. Nardo, are you prepared to take your
Yes, I am.
office? Please repeat after me. I, G. Paul Nardo,
I, G. Paul Nardo,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United
that I will
States
support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the Commonwealth of
and the
Virginia,
Constitution of the Commonwealth of Virginia,
and that I will faithfully and impartially discharge
and that I will faithfully and impartially discharge
all of the duties incumbent upon me
all of the duties incumbent upon me
as clerk of the Virginia House of Delegates
as clerk of the Virginia House of
to
Delegates
the best of my ability.
to the best of my abilities.
So help me God.
So help me God. You're so sweet. Thank you
Congratulations.
very much. I really appreciate it. I need your signature. Yeah.
Clerk will report a resolution.
Mr. Speaker, House Resolution number 6, establishing rules of the House of Delegates for the 2026-2027 session of the Virginia General Assembly. Mr. Speaker, also in my haste, communication was received from Senator Surville from Fairfax directing the President of the Senate to inform the House of Delegates that the Senate is duly organized and ready to proceed to business.
Thank you. The delegate from Alexandria, Delegate Herring.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, each member has a copy of in access to the House Resolution number 6. It's on iHide. The rules will govern the way that we conduct business in this House. Mr. Speaker, it's the same as the last term, previous years, but Mr. Speaker, there is an amendment. I understand a floor amendment.
The delegate has the floor.
I need to report the.
I ask that the floor amendment.
Mr. Clerk, report the. Please.
Mr. Speaker, amendment to House Resolution 6 offered by Delegate Simon. It is on line 658. Line 658, House Resolution 6 of the introduced after strike a governor's recommendation to be agreed to. It's offered by Delegate Simon.
The delegate from Arlington, Delegate Simon.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. What this amendment does actually puts us back in the posture that we were in the yellow book of rules. We've got various colors over the years. This is the way that the rules were written in 2022. Delegate from Scott, Delegate Kilgore's resolution had this language in it. And what this does is it gives us a little more flexibility when dealing with recommendations sent back from the governor as to what the vote required to pass those would be. Gives us a little more flexibility to speed things up and slow things down as we see fit. So it'll be the pleasure of the body to adopt the floor amendment.
He just did. He just ready to ask me.
Shall the amendment be agreed to? All those in favor say aye. Aye. I'm getting rusty, y'all. All those opposed say no. The amendment is agreed to. The delegate from Alexander, Delegate Herring.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move adoption of the resolution as amended.
Shall the resolution be agreed to? It's a recorded vote.
Do you
Clerk will close the roll.
Ayes 98, no 0.
Ayes 98, no 0. The resolution is agreed to. Delegate from Alexandria, Delegate Herring, will advise the Senate that the House of Delegates is organized and ready to proceed with business. The House will be at ease. The House will come to order. The clerk will report a resolution.
House Joint Resolution number 38, notifying the governor of organization resolved by the House Delegates, Senate concurring, the committee be appointed, that a committee be appointed consisting of 6 of the part of the House and 4 of the part of the Senate to notify the governor that the General Assembly is duly organized and is ready to receive any communication he may so desire to make.
The delegate from Alexandria, Delegate Herring.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I move adoption of the resolution.
As many as favor the motion of the adoption of the resolution will say aye. Aye. Those opposed, no. The resolution is agreed to. The delegate from Alexandria, Delegate Herring, will communicate the action of the House of Delegates to the Senate and request its concurrence. The House will be at ease. Back to the loud no. The House will come to order. Mr. Clerk. Sergeant at Arms, I'm sorry. Sergeant at Arms.
Mr. Speaker, a message from the Senate.
The Senator from Fairfax County, Senator Serville.
Good afternoon, Mr. Speaker, and congratulations on your election.
Thank you.
I have been directed by the President of the Senate to inform the House of Delegates that the Senate has agreed to House Joint Resolution number 38.
Thank you. The House will be at ease. Mr. Clerk.
Mr. Speaker appoints Delegates Herring, Torian, Lopez, Tran, Kilgore, and Wyatt to notify the governor on the part of the House of Delegates that the General Assembly is duly organized. His Excellency is upstairs on the 3rd floor.
House will be at ease. Clerk.
Mr. Speaker, members of the House, next up is House Joint Resolution number 29. House Joint Resolution 29, which is providing for certain joint assemblies, establishing a schedule for the conduct of business coming before the 2026 regular session of the General Assembly of Virginia, and providing for a legislative continuity between the 2026 and 2027 regular sessions of the General Assembly.
The delegate from Alexandria, Delegate Herring.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. House Joint Resolution 29 does govern the conduct of business as we work with the Senate. The resolution contains deadlines for bills, of budget specifically, and also, Mr. Speaker, there was some clarifying language. This resolution was adopted by the Joint Committee of Rules, and I move this adoption by this body.
Shall the resolution be agreed to? Clerk shall open the roll. The clerk will close the roll.
Mr. Speaker, ayes 98, no 0.
I can't wait till that guy leaves. Ayes 98, no 0. The resolution is agreed to. Mr. Clerk.
Mr. Speaker, now before the body is House Joint Resolution number 30. Number 30, establishing a schedule for the conduct of business for the pre-filing period of the 2027 regular session of the General Assembly of Virginia.
The delegate from Alexandria, Delegate Herring.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, the clerk explained the resolution. I move its adoption.
Shall the resolution be agreed to? Clerk will close the roll.
Ayes 98, no 0.
Ayes 98, no 0. The resolution is agreed to. The delegate from Alexandria, Delegate Herring, will communicate the action of the House of Delegates to the Senate and request its concurrence on House Joint Resolutions 29 and 30. The House will be at ease. House will come to order. Sergeant at Arms.
Mr. Speaker, a message from the Senate.
Senator from Hampton, Senator Locke.
Mr. Speaker, I have been directed by the President of the Senate to inform the House of Delegates that the Senate has agreed to House Joint Resolution 29 and House Joint Resolution 30.
Thank you. The clerk will report a resolution.
House Resolution number 7. House Resolution 7, salaries, contingent, and incidental expenses. Resolved by the House of Delegates that the Comptroller is directed to issue his warrants on the Treasurer payable from the contingent fund of the House to accomplish the work of the House of Delegates during the 2026 regular session of the General Assembly. Necessary payments to cover salaries of temporary employees as well as contingent and incidental expenses will be certified by the clerk or his designee.
The delegate from Prince William, Delegate Torian.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, the clerk has explained the resolution. Mr. Speaker, I move adoption of the resolution.
Shall the resolution be agreed to? Clerk will close the roll.
Ayes 98, no 0.
Ayes 98, no 0. The resolution is agreed to. The delegate from Alexandria, Delegate Herring.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise for a motion.
The delegate has the floor.
Mr. Speaker, I request that notwithstanding Rule 1 of HJR 29, that the delegates elect be granted unanimous consent to introduce up to 10 bills after the pre-filing deadline. Mr. Speaker, speaking to the motion.
The delegate has the floor.
Yes, Mr. Speaker, just on a personal note, I came in, I had to stand up after my special election and request permission. I could only do one bill. We have now progressed. We've now allowed members 5, and I just think it's, given the amount of special elections we have, I think it's just good practice to allow members to come back with some body of work, to leave here with some body of work for their constituents. Mr. Speaker, I renew my motion, my request. Thank you.
The delegate from Alexandria, Delegate Herring, requests that delegates elect be granted unanimous consent to introduce up to 10 bills after the pre-filing deadline. All those in favor will say aye. Aye. All those opposed, no. Unanimous consent is granted. Does the clerk have any announcements?
Yes, sir, Mr. Speaker. I have committee assignments by the Speaker. Letter dated today, Clerk of the House. I've made the following committee assignments effective today. I will read through them here for the record. There will be hard copies available in the rear of the chamber out in the Sergeant Arms desk upon the recess, and they'll be populating into various means for the rest of all members and the rest of the public. Committee on Privileges Elections, Speaker appoints Delegate Price as chair, Converse Fowler as vice chair, as well as Delegates Krizik, Reed, Glass, Cole of Fredericksburg, Henson, Anthony, LaVere Bowling, Singh, Bulova, McAuliffe, Carnegie, Carroll, Cole of Spotsylvania, as well as Delegates O'Quinn, Leftwich, Bloxham, Scott of Spotsylvania, Waxman, Cherry, and Phillips. I won't repeat them because they're going to be written there just to keep things moving. Committee for the Courts of Justice, Chairman, Delegate Hope, Delegate Maldonado, Vice Chair, as well as Delegates Watts, Simon, Sullivan, Delaney, Hernandez, Cousins, Reeser, Carlson, Keys-Gamarra, Jones, Mehta, Carnegie, Thornton, as well as Delegates Kilgore, Leftwich, Ballard, Williams, Davis, Whittle, and Pence. For the Committee on Education, Speaker appoints Delegate Rasool as chair, Delegate Simons as vice chair, as well as Delegates Bulova, McQuinn, Guzman, Sewell, Converse Fowler, Askew, Clark, Cousins, Reeser, Lawfer, LaVere Bowling, Anderson, Doherty, Cherry, Tata, Scott of Spotsylvania, Garrett, Zare, Kent, and Whittle. For the Committee on General Laws, the Speaker appoints as chair Delegate Krizik, vice chair Delegate Siebold, as well as Delegates Carr, Torian, Price, Simon, Delaney, Cole of Fredericksburg, McClure, Hernandez, Reeser, Carlson, Guzman, Carroll, Franklin, as well as Delegates Knight, Moorfield, Fowler, Austin, Bloxham, Wiley, and McLaughlin. For the Committee on Transportation, the Speaker appoints as Chair Delegate Delaney, as Vice Chair Delegate Reed, and Delegates Ward, McQuinn, Carr, Watts, Sewell, Glass, McClure, Anthony, Fagans, Sickles, Bennett Parker, Guzman, Mehta, as well as Delegates Knight, Austin, Wyatt, Wiley, O'Quinn, Ballard, Williams. So the Committee on Finance, Speaker appoints as Chair Delegate Watts, as Vice Chair Delegate Hernandez, as well as Delegates Sullivan, Munden King, Bennett Parker, Anthony, Carlson, Gardner, Keys-Gamarra, Bulova, Maldonado, Pope Adams, Cole of Spotsylvania, Carroll and Doherty, as well as Delegates Ware, Fowler, McNamara, Walker, Runyon, Garrett, and Davis. For the Committee on Appropriations, the Speaker appoints as Chair Delegate Torian, Vice Chair Delegate Carr, as well as Delegates McQuinn, Krizik, Hayes, Reed, Willett, Sewell, Askew, Herring, Price, Tran, Simons, Thomas, Lawfer, as well as Delegates Austin, Moorfield, Bloxham, Hodges, Wyatt, Wiley, and McLaughlin. For the Committee on County, Cities, and Towns, the Speaker appoints as Chair Delegate Helmer, Vice Chair Delegate Sewell, as well as Delegates Shin, Simons, Askew, Carlson, Cohen, Gardner, Martinez, Downey, Nuvar, Thornton, Anderson, Cole of Spotsylvania, and Doherty, as well as Delegates Knight, Moorfield, Hodges, McNamara, Wyatt, Tata, and McLaughlin. For the Committee on Labor and Commerce, the Speaker appoints as Chair Delegate Ward, Vice Chair Delegate Sullivan, as well as Delegates Lopez, Converse Fowler, Helmer, Maldonado, Shin, Levere Bowling, Fagans, Clark, Cousins, Anthony, Cohen, Singh, Navarre, as well as Delegates Kilgore, O'Quinn, Webert, Wilt, Runyon, Ballard, and Williams. Speaker appoints for the Committee on Health and Human Services, as Chair Delegate Willett, as Vice Chair Delegate Tran, as well as Delegates Sickles, Hope, Price, Hayes, Rasul, Herring, Shin, Cole of Fredericksburg, Henson, Gardner, Singh, Cohen, Downey, as well as Delegates Hodges, Walker, Cherry, Scott of Spotsylvania, Waxman, Griffin, and Cornett. Speaker appoints for the Committee on Agriculture and Chesapeake and Natural Resources as Chair Delegate Lopez, as Vice Chair Delegate Clark, and Delegates Tran, Simons, Willett, Herring, Krizik, Glass, Hernandez, Lawfer, Martinez, McAuliffe, Pope Adams, Thornton, and Franklin, as well as Delegates Ware, Wright, Wilt, Webert, Bloxham, Fowler, and Kent. For the Committee on Public Safety, the Speaker appoints as Chair Delegate Simon, as Vice Chair Delegate McClure, and Delegates Hope, Munden King, Lopez, Rasul, Clark, Helmer, Siebold, Cousins, Bennett Parker, Thomas, Fagans, Pope Adams, and Anderson, as well as Delegates Wilt, Webert, Oates, Phillips, Zaire, Cornett, and Hamilton. For the Committee on Communications Technology and Innovation, the Speaker appoints as Chair Delegate Hayes, as Vice Chair Delegate Shin, as well as Delegates Lopez, Ward, Glass, Siebold, Maldonado, Henson, Jones, Keys-Gamarra, Martinez, Sickles, Munden King, Doherty, Franklin, as well as Delegates McNamara, Wright, Waxman, Griffith, Oates, Hamilton, and Pence. And finally, for the Committee on Rules, the Speaker appoints himself as Chair, longstanding custom and practice, Delegate Herring as Vice Chair, as well as Delegates Watts, Ward, Carr, Torian, Simon, Sullivan, Hayes, Tran, Helmer, and Hope, as well as Delegates Kilgore, Ware, Austin, O'Quinn, and McLaughlin. Sincerely, Don Scott, Speaker of the House of Delegates. As I said, first off, I apologize if I mispronounced some of the newer folks' names, so come correct me. 2 copies will be in the rear, as I mentioned before, and elsewhere. Also, Mr. Speaker, upon the recess that I believe is forthcoming, the Committee on Privileges and Election, as for mentioned, is going to be meeting in House Room C. My understanding that is immediately upon the recess of the House. Mr. Speaker, those are all the announcements I have at this time.
Delegate from Alexandria, Delegate Herring.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I move that the House stand in recess until 3:50.
The delegate from Alexandria, Delegate Herring, moves that the House stand in recess until 3:50. Would you like to speak to the motion?
Yes, Mr. Speaker. Thank you so much. We are adjourning for the Committee of Privileges and Elections has a hearing. We will do that and then come back by 3:50.
With a supplemental calendar?
With a supplemental calendar will be on desk and up on iHod.
Okay. The delegate from Alexandria, Delegate Herring, moves that the House stand in recess until 3:50 p.m. As minutes favor the motion will say aye. Aye. Those opposed, no.
Mr. Speaker.
The motion is agreed to. The House stands in recess until 3:50 p.m. The delegate from Suffolk, Delegate Clark.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My apologies, but I rise for an introduction for the invocation.
The delegate has the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Today in the back of the chamber, we have Dr. Hakeem J. Lucas, the 13th President of Virginia Union and Chair of the Board of Trustees, Reverend Dr. W. Franklin Richardson, if they can please stand. Awesome. Dr. Lucas brings nearly 2 decades of progressive leadership experience in higher education, with a distinguished record of advancing institutional excellence at historically black colleges and universities. His career has been marked by success in fundraising, strategic planning, and engagement and retention of students, all in service of strengthening access to opportunity and academic achievement. Prior to assuming the presidency at Virginia Union University, Dr. Lucas served as Vice President for Institutional Advancement at Bethune-Cookman University in Daytona Beach, Florida. During his tenure, unrestricted and restricted giving increased by 30%, and the university's endowment grew by 53%. He led the development of strategic government relationship plan to securing millions of dollars in state appropriations, supporting new academic programs, and the creation of a Center for Entrepreneurship and Economic Development. Dr. Lucas also chaired the Strategic Growth and Sustainability Task Force and led the sponsorship research team in securing more than $45 million in research grants. Earlier in his career, Dr. Lucas held leadership roles at State University of New York at Old Westbury and Medgar Evers College in Brooklyn, New York, where he served as Dean of Institutional Advancement and Development. He also was a tenured lecturer and Deputy Chair of Philosophy and Religion Department at Medgar Evers College. Dr. Lucas is a proud graduate of Morehouse College and an Alpha Man, and holds a master's degree in education from Tufts University and a Master's of Divinity from Union Theological Seminary and a doctoral degree in education from Fordham University. I hope it will be the pleasure of the body to give him a warm house welcome.
Thank you, Dr. Lucas. Thank you, and welcome to the Capitol. The House, pursuant to House Rule 30, the journal shall reflect that the following members are away on pressing personal business and are granted leave from today's session: Delegates Austin and Knight. The House will be at recess until 3:50 p.m.